Get every job stayed pretty. I only meant to do it for a year.
Good night.
Where is he?
Eamon, he's on his way.
For sake, Eric.
He's just unpredictable.
10 seconds, everybody.
Bloody ossified is what he is.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the work, didn't they now? But that was Dorothy Hammerman, and she's been on already.
Well, if you don't get the pants off, you'll never know whether it were balls or flaps, as they say at the disco.
What does that even mean?
It means play the ruddy music!
Oh, right, yeah. You heard the man. Play the ruddy music. Doesn't matter, I mean, he's not even here.
This way, pet.
Yes, towards the empty chairs.
Come on, Martin, this way.
Bloody fussing woman.
So you're Peter's parents, I assume.
Who's this twinkly wanker?
Sorry about him. He's had one too many cans backstage. Haven't you, Martin?
Oh, shut up.
Haven't you, Martin? I'm Fanny Clement, and this is my husband, Martin. And yes, we are Peter's parents.
Lovely.
What did you call my wife?
What's that now?
She doesn't want to speak to you, you glittery prick.
Martin Abernathy Clement, you apologise right now.
Oh, I've had enough of you too.
Right now. Are we going to have a scene, Martin? Are we going to have a scene, Martin?
No.
Good.
We're not. We're not.
Now, Mr. Titley, where's my son?
That is a very good question, that.
Who are you calling a twat?
We seem to have temporarily mislaid him.
Well, you know what they say at the High Court, Mr. Titley.
I have no idea, Mrs. Clement, but I have a horrible feeling you're going to tell us.
You can't drown kittens without a sack.
Fucking kittens!
Charming. You really say that in the High Court?
Well, if he's not here, we may as well go and get ready for the finale.
I mean, it doesn't sound very legal vernacular, you know what I mean?
Come on, Martin, we're going. Martin, wake up, love. We're done. Sorry, pet. He sleep swears. It's very common round our way.
Fruttux.
I should probably leave him there. It's dangerous to wake him while he's cursing.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it makes a blind bit of difference. Mr. and Mrs. Clement,
Wank bandit.
Anyone there? Anyone there? Hello?
Eamon Titley, you're like man in nuclear explosion, holding on to tiny penis for safety.
You've been talking to my therapist?
Bring me on, broken man.
Yeah, sure, why not? Who are you? Oh, you know, actually, it doesn't matter. Just play the music.
It's over!
I need
him backstage. I think maybe he lost.
I was lost, but now I am found.
Yeah, fascinating. Do you want to go over to the sofas, or shall we do the last bit here?
Go to the sofas.
See, that's Eric. He wants us to do the interview over the sofas, where your old man has passed out and intermittently swearing.
Yeah, he does that.
In glorious Erkistan, we say, men who swear in sleep likely have penis of wolf.
You have a lot of dicks in your turn of phrase, don't you, pal?
You're not first person to say this.
Yeah, shall we? Let's go over to the sofas, shall we?
Let's go to the sofas. Let's go to the sofas. Na na na. Na na na. Come on, Amy, you suck-up pranny. Let's go to the sofas. Me, it's my dad.
Venerable Martin Clement, from whose noble balls you apologetically dribbled.
Fucking massive bollocks.
Can you hear us?
Well, medical science is not entirely... Ooh.
Do you have anything you want to say about Peter?
I want to say, this is round.
You say this.
You can see what?
This.
Is your masturbation technique?
Ah, family show.
Cunt munchers.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Is vinegar stroke, yes?
Right, that's it.
Is vinegar
You.
stroke, yes?
Right, that's it. Go over there. You. Wait for the song.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Oh, I'm told off by walking decoration.
I'll see you later, pal.
I go find Chelsea Buns. Some of us bothered to learn her name.
Oh.
Tonight, if she play her cards right, she attempt Erkistani barrel sack. It's a very difficult sexual position, very risky. If done right, unforgettable pleasure beyond words. If done wrong, then stop. A broken back man only good for scaring children. Yeah. Chelsea Buns, where is my Chelsea Bottoms?
Bum fiddlers.
Oh, you're still here.
Don't face.
Lovely. Let's see if we can get to the end. Viewers, we've got a bit of a treat coming up for you.
Naked twat snatchers.
No, it's not that. It's just a song, really. But let's have a look at the current Peter Clement.
Eamon, we're all made of the same stuff, you see.
Yeah, not now.
Cosmic dust. Me, you, that camera. All of it. It's just consciousness and knowledge and experience. All of it. And all one enormous thought.
Yeah, that's great. So last week...
This is important.
Are you listening?
Not really, if I'm honest.
Whose thought is it?
Let's go to the debate footage.
Can I get a drink of something up here? I'm bloody parched.
Oh, cut and thrust getting a bit much for you. Would you like a chair?
I'm younger than you, Mr. Hamilton, man.
And yet, at first glance, one would be hard-pressed to spot that.
You know, I've been, up and down the country on the campaign trail, and a lot of young people have come up to me, and they're not all criminals, which, surprised me.
Are you sure you wouldn't like something stronger?
I beg your pardon.
I believe the ale in Hunterdon is bracing at this time of year.
Yeah, I like a drink, and I've never tried to hide it.
Hard to hide something that's been splashed across our screens these past 30 years. The evidence of your unsuitability for office writ large for all to behold.
Whereas yours were hidden all these years, weren't it?
My peccadillos have now, to the great embarrassment of my family, been much publicised by the tabloid newspapers.
To the great embarrassment of your family. Your family. Mate, you were going into graveyards at night, whacking off onto the graves of dead feminists. Peccadillos? You were lucky they didn't burn you in National Park.
I think the electorate of this country are sophisticated, Mr. Clement. I'm undergoing treatment for my eccentricities, and I think my record shows that I am, nonetheless, a safe pair of hands.
I've been, shaking hands up and down the country, and what I have
You
found...
are delusional, pal. You're a corpse that doesn't know that it's dead yet, and you with your platitudes and your endless double talk and your perfectly coiffured sound bites. You're almost worse than him, because at least we can see what gets him off. But you're just shitting in our mouths and asking us to thank you.
Mr. Clement, please. Mr. Clement, please.
They started it. Yeah. I drink. But then so do all of you who are voting out there. And I know that you believe that I don't lie, unlike Mr. McNair here, and I don't hold dark secrets like Mr. Hamilton Mann.
I just think we've all heard enough about graveyards, and the electorate want us focused on getting the job done with the economy and immigration.
Do you? Do you really think that? Or is that just something you desperately want to believe?
Well, gentlemen, I would imagine we'll all find out on election night.
Yes.
Yeah, we will.
Well, somehow we made it to the end of the show, and I think we still have our jobs. Now, we're going to sing you out now, but tonight, Peter Gordon Clement, these are the bits of your life.
It's me.
Yes, it is.
Broken into pieces. Goodbye. All the bits of my life revealed.
That was your cue.
I can move on to the undiscovered country.
Jesus Christ, he's quoting Shakespeare now. Right, give us that music cue again. Everyone ready?
Is it hot here?
No, I'll do his bit.
Mint drinks, sir.
Cheeky man.
This woman.
You okay?
Never matter, mate. Brilliant.
Right, here we go now.
Break
from all the trouble and the strife. He's got just a job.
When you need some fun and games to brighten up your life, he's got just a job.
Gossip sucker.
If you need a friendly face,
Or if you're feeling glum,
he'll pop round with a stiff one, and you'll both have lots of fun.
Just like that, mate. If you don't like it, you can shove it up your bum. What are you looking at?
Amazing. Classic television. Call me darling. Three needs a jokester.
I said, stop looking at me.
Oh, careful with that now. We're going to need that back.
And finding that we have from inequality to indignity.
And I'm really starting to hate this screen.
He's such a sweetie when he's on your...
I got from Sally.
I told you.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been living.
Wow, 7 times through and you're still here. Told you it was the best DLC ever. Anyway, quick reminder, no guest number appears in the same column on the notepad twice, so you shouldn't need too many guesses once you get the first few paths done. No number in the same column twice. Over to you, boss.
And we'll be on the estate tomorrow night. Finds out if Sharon's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's The Estate tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Mann, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Bannon. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multimillionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue. It's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten
No,
your
it
seatbelt.
was all four of them. And her. It's like a fucking intervention. We're worried about you, Eamon. I mean, honestly, you have a couple of little episodes on live TV. Was that? Really? 5 of them? Jesus, that is a lot. Yeah, anyway, where does she get off judging me? You know, she goes out, gets drunk every night, brings a different fella home. She doesn't even ask their names, and I'm unstable. Do you know what they sing about her around town? Aoife's worth a punt with her flappy little... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Titley. Tonight, behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Places.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3.
When you lost your mojo and you just can't shred your ass, I got just a job. When that stupid monkey won't stop clawing at your back, I got just a job. When you're cold and stupid and your money won't get home, I'll pop round in the evening with some screaming lead guitar. And this is it, I'll show you 10 new uses for a flaw, 'cause that's just a job. Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, I can hardly really believe it myself, but we are back for this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And to be clear, it's the show that you remember with me good old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course some special surprise guests from Just the Job's
Hello, my name is Dave and I'm an alcoholic.
Hello, Dave. My name's Eric and I'm a floor manager.
I prefer my hobby.
Some nights so would I.
Don't give up, Eric. We're only getting started on this one.
So let's get tonight's show kicked off with a
Hang on.
slightly askance look at
Stand by,
the
Eamon.
mighty Bevo.
And go,
Because
Eamon.
you will be
Back in a sec, Dave.
Oh, come on.
Right you are.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty, naughty little fuckers. Sorry.
Peter.
Hey, Frank, did you know about this? Ah, look at that face. Gosh, you fucking did. You cheeky fuckers.
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this. I can't.
But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Now, Peter, let's get you to the studio.
I'm gonna fucking have you, fuckers. Emma, I can't bloody do those bloody dance with you about all the way along. For you.
They're all this way, Peter. Mind your step there now.
Bloody no. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge.
Right, I'm back. Horrid.
Deja vu, mate.
Yeah, how did you know?
First sign of madness.
Is it?
Probably. I'm not a doctor, mind.
I hope not. I've got a lot to live for.
Oh, you'll be alive still, mate. Just a bit, you know, loopy-loo, wibbity-dib-dab.
You really think so?
You'll get your own room, though.
Yeah, stop winding me up, Dave.
Probably padded.
Very. Oh, there's Eamon. Gotta go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. Running for Prime Minister. Of course, I'm going to have your vote. So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for?
That's right. They get up at the crack of dawn to take the trip down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old man and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement. Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury.
You Peter's mother?
No.
I see. All right, come on then.
They brought me on early.
Look on the bright side, you get to the pub quicker that way.
I wish. Got to get back to Campaign HQ. The phones will be ringing off the hook tonight. Oh, and if I may, Eamon, viewers can call Advance with any questions after the show on capital 34156.
You've got to write that telephone number down. I like a prank call.
Sit down. What was life like for young Peter? Growing up in the Clement house. What was life like for young Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Well, obviously I wasn't there, but I'd imagine that there were a lot of similarities between the child Peter Clement and the man sat before you tonight, Eamon. Just like the adult Peter, I'd imagine that the 5-year-old version was headstrong, charming, and a lot more coherent before 8 p.m.
Not entirely sure what this path is supposed to be about.
Actually, that's rather good. Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury. Peter and I are running for... Prime Minister.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah, I think I've seen your face on a bus stop.
Plausible.
Julia Blueberry, everybody!
For the election.
I don't worry about it. You wouldn't recognise any of the other candidates either. He only reads articles about himself.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Who's running this show?
Oh, Christ, it's...
Dorothy Hammerman.
You called me at the wrong time. You called me as an excuse for a cruise ship entertainer. Oh, please stop looking, Eamon. My arse is quite clean enough.
Sweetie, sweetie. Peace, Eamon.
Dottie. Mwah. Mwah. Here's one finger for the north,
and
2 fingers to the south, and we can all apologise tomorrow.
Let's tally another drink.
Very difficult day. I wish I'd never bought that mobile phone.
Ah, they'll never catch on. Who wants the phone going off when you're having a quiet pint?
Yes, that's what they said about television too.
So, Dorothy, Let me ask you, what do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
Eamon?
Yes, Mrs. Hammerman.
Well, that question is clearly not meant for me, is it? That question is clearly not meant for me.
Well,
think about it, Eamon. Well, when Peter was a child in Rotherham.
What was I?
What was I?
Also a child?
I wasn't even a fucking fetus, you idiot.
Yes, of course, yes.
So why did you ask me that question?
Well, I have to stick to the script.
Pardon?
I have to stick to the script. My therapist...
You're what?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, just grow a bloody spine, man. You're lucky you don't work at 3. I would send you to a fucking... camp!
Dorothy Hammerman, everyone!
Awful jacket!
I don't suppose you feel like taking me with you, do you?
Darling.
You interviewed the Archbishop of Pendleshire after 12 pints and more than a few whiskey chasers. You know my rule, sweetie. Just keep taking the medicine.
Until either it starts to help,
or you no longer need it.
Hey, Eric. Don't think I didn't see you there.
Oh, shit. Well, before we bring our next guest on, let's look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there. Peter, if you'd like to watch.
Favourite memory? Gosh.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I'm going to have a look at that monitor. I've no idea what clip you're going to play.
It was the height of our second run. By this time, we knew each other way too well. Anyway, we got towards the show.
Well, that's about all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. And we want to say a big thanks to all of our
Everything okay?
I remember this one, LJ Salt for a week. Good choice, Eric.
Not my choice, if I'm honest.
Can we reset, please?
Comes out on Friday. And of course you, our wonderful viewing audience.
That's really, really kind of you.
I'm not going to argue with you, Eric, but we are definitely fucked here. It's just a question of how badly fucked are we? I mean, are we talking tickling us with the tip or crushing prostates?
You should have been a poet.
By the time Hammerman's finished with us, we won't be able to hold a pen.
I don't think she was actually angry with us. Apparently she got a phone call in the first slot, and we're just collateral damage.
I can't work as a poet, Eric.
10 seconds, everybody.
Don't know any rhymes.
Of course, it wasn't that fun
Okay,
in the end.
going in 5, 4, 3.
Pretty badly allergic, so...
Fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And Peter, across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
2-0.
And that's not him.
Can I not? Leave me online.
No, it's too late. What's your name, darling?
Chelsea Bonds.
Oh, that's your actual name. Okay. Chelsea Bonds, everybody!
Oh, no, I forgot the jiggy bit. Oh, I'm coming. Wait for me, I'm coming. Oh.
Chelsea, how are you, pet?
Petey, love. Oh, you've not aged a jot.
Try telling that to me, bladder.
You take a seat there now. Well, Chelsea, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight into this bit of Peter's life.
Well, to be honest, love, I'm not. But as I'm here and I'm on telly, I'll give it a go. Fire away.
Right, what are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Oh, well, I'd like to think that the off-screen version is a lot more sober.
You'd be surprised, love. Everybody likes a drink in this game, or worse. But I've never got mixed up in drugs. And as my old man used to say, what looks like chocolate often turns out to be sculpted shite.
Yes, we've got a little bit of archive footage here which shows us exactly what you're talking about there. Let's have a look at that.
Okay, LJ, let's take a look at one of our viewers' letters.
Right, you are, boss. This first one's from... This can't be right.
Give me that. This letter is from...
See?
This letter is from Dick Cockley.
Dick Cockley?
Who comes from... Oh, fuck off.
Let me. Dick Cockley from Little Muff on the Green. He says, it's not a real place, is it?
Fuck those. I know we shouldn't have had those chases, though.
He says, don't look at me, you'll set me off.
He says that?
No, shut up. He says, dear Peter, I'm having terrible trouble with my knob. It's so small I can't even use it.
I think he's talking about a doorknob, ladies and gents.
I wouldn't be so sure. Listen to this.
Oh, God.
I've tried to get a bigger one, but all the shops have run out of big knobs. All they've got left is tiny little knobs even smaller than mine.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, I'm too pissed for this.
Bloody lightweight. The other day, I needed to get into the bathroom in a hurry, but I couldn't get a grip on the tiny knob. I got so angry that I kicked the knob with all my might and it went straight through the wood. So now my knob is stuck inside the door.
You don't need our help, mate. You need a doctor.
I don't have a big enough tool to get it out. Can Just the Job please send one of your fellas over with one of their big tools to try and fish out my little knob? For Christ's sake, did you write this, Frank? It's real. It's real. Oh, Christ. I'm so sorry, Dick.
Dick Cockley. Just get to the end.
Okay, I'm nearly there. Otherwise, Peter, I'm afraid my knob might be lost forever.
So great to see you've lost none of the old spark there.
God, I remember that. We were 3 sheets to the wind. You should get Jimmy out here to talk about it.
Actually, that was the plan.
I used to watch Just the Job back in the day. Oh, yes. You see, I used to work in City, and my boss, he bought me a colour telly. You don't need to know the details, but it meant I could watch Just the Job whenever I could. I were that excited. I used to tell the old world and his mother, see him, I know him. Oh, Petey, love, I was so proud to have known you. Oh, and also so sad to have lost your love. I mean, I know it were only a few months, and let's face it, we were so bloody young, but, you know, you were... No, you still are the nicest, kindest, most attentive bloke I've ever been with. And I'll tell you something else for now. You were the only man who used to make me...
Steady now.
And without you, I would never have discovered the reliable pleasures of the black and tan.
First girl I ever knew to drink a pint. Oh, whatever happened to us?
You did, Petey, love. You and the black and tans.
Yeah. I remember. Sorry, Charles.
Ah, you're all right, Petey. I forgave you years ago. You were weak and easily led. And let's be honest, once you had a fucking drink inside you, you were a sucker for a pretty face. It was like you had this insatiable need to be loved. Like you had something to prove to the entire fucking world. More likely, yourself.
Chelsea Bonds, everybody!
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
I just wanted to see your eyes again. They're not the same, Vincent. Are you lost, love?
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever... You, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go and fight on the continent, and it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Of course, I was only a kid during the war, so my main memory is of being with a nice family in Chintlebury.
It's not your best friend of the last 40 years, but actually could be worse. It's little Jimmy Chisel. Right, yeah, let's go.
Mr. Cockley, I presume.
You can call me Dick.
Come here!
Yeah, take a seat there. So, tell us, what's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
You know, Eamon, I was sitting back there watching all the footage on the monitors, and I was thinking, well, despite all the injuries from his constant drunken pranks, yeah, it was still one of the best bits of my life.
Yeah, we never really were friends, though, were we, LJ?
Oh, I'll go by Jim now, mate.
Right, you are. You see, Jim here can hold his drink. There's nothing lightweight about him. We put whiskey in his coffee, vodka in his squash. Just seemed to give the show a bit more of an edge of unpredictability.
Oh, and kept the Red Cross on their toes, too, from time to time.
God, that were awful to you, man. A lesser man would have walked out.
And maybe a less desperate one.
Yeah. Well, I know it might seem backward, but we used to drink to ease the repetitive boredom of the same old success. And you know, Eamon, as my old man used to say, you can even get tired of Quim.
If it's the only dish on the menu.
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody.
Sorry about that, mate.
No, that weren't your fault. No, I kept my distance, if I'm being honest. I've been so angry with you for all these years now, Pete. I'm glad I did this. I think I needed to.
See you for a pint after.
Indubitably, Mr. Cockley.
Well, it wasn't only just the job, Peter, that brought you into the nation's homes. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for nearly 7 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's have a look at a classic clip now.
I was a runner on Petey. And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before?
Sure is. You okay, Eamon?
Am I drunk, Eric?
Don't think so.
Must be the show, then. The show must be drunk, Eric.
Maybe I'll get it a coffee.
I think we're past that point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure regular viewers will have noticed there's been something a little different about tonight's show. Normally on this show we have celebrities, politicians, people you've heard of that you know. Tonight's guests.
Everything okay?
Do you think I did the right thing, Eric? Shutting it all down for a career in politics.
Of course you did, mate.
Written by your own hard times.
If you win. Reset, everybody.
Over the years where I can to help folks out. I've opened my checkbook from time to time, certainly, and I've. Thank you.
Well, how drunk is he?
Well, he's half a bottle of Urkistani Special Reserve, whatever that is. Please, Eamon. Just go with the flow.
10 seconds, everybody.
You go with the fucking flow. I'm sticking to the script.
Going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Unforgettable stuff. But, Peter, while you took all the credit, arguably someone else did all the work, didn't they now? Who's this?
Peter Clement, I'm coming for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's someone foreign.
Oh, no. Now we have to finish it. Drink. Inglorious Erkistan. People fight to death for a single shot of this. It's very popular television program. Tonight, you swig from bottle.
Lovely, Danny Hatch.
Yes.
Jeez! Erase your ass, Justin Craig! That is 60%.
Right, what happened here?
Yeah, sorry, Eamon.
Oh, yeah, he spit on chair like a village prostitute. annual feast of Bukkake.
Right, fine, we'll do the interview standing up. Eric, could you?
Already on it.
Yes, we stand for interview. And then we drink like we march to certain death tomorrow. Like in war, yes? Try again. Only this time, like you have balls of bull and not penis of flea. Penis of flea.
Yep, bottoms up.
Now you fit to execute dissidents?
Amen!
No, thank you.
Drink, Spangly Man.
No, you see, I have a very low tolerance to that sort of thing.
Either you drink with me, or I send special Erkistani Black Ops unit to your home, and they kill you and all your family.
Just the one, then. Just the one, then.
For glorious Erkistan!
Have we killed him? No? Right, well, let's get this sorted out. Eric, is Jim still here?
They're all still here waiting for the finale.
Get him out, then. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for the unforeseen circumstances. Stick with us. and we will get this back on track.
It's like man who tried to set fire to a house for insurance and end up burning down whole village.
Not helping, mate.
Not trying to.
What do you need? These are his cue cards. You are host.
Right, you are, PC.
Thanks, El. Thank you, Jim.
And that's thanks to Dorothy. Oh, that's not right. It's thanks to Eben Bonovich.
Come on, Ivan, this way, mate.
Yes, maybe I'll lie down.
Good idea.
You need to be ready for the finale.
One problem at a time, Eric. Right, you go to the podium. I'll get Ivan off. Come on, mate, go off for the song.
Oh, yes, wait. Yes, we sing of the old times in the forest and the future of glorious Erkistan. Yes, land of my fathers, land where man is man. Onward to slaughter for glorious Erkistan, where the penis is are large, and we think of the glory that you mustn't tell. Oh, he's sick now.
And that brings us to last year, when you surprised the whole country by announcing that you're forming a new political party. And as the last bit of your life is always the future...
Son, it's time we had a talk.
Well, I know that voice. It's your old man myself, and I assume your father. Please welcome Martin and Fanny Clement.
It's just me, love. Martin's asleep in that holding area. Still, one's enough to conjure some spunk, as they say on the wards. Jim Petal, nice to see you.
And you too, Mrs. Clement.
Oh, call me Fanny, love. We're way past formality. After all, as they say in the Navy, no point in brushing your teeth when you've already swallowed me muck. This way, pet.
Yeah, I'll put that in for you.
Hello. Oh. Sorry about your pa. He's had one too many and I didn't see any point in waking him up.
No, right, Mum. I think you were due in a little bit earlier.
We have been waiting a while, pet, yes. Now, love, this isn't easy, but there's something I want to talk about.
What's that then?
We need to talk about your drinking.
Right, now I know what to call this path.
Pet, look at the state of things.
Everybody drinks in show business, Mum. They love it when I'm drunk. I'm not hurting anyone.
Okay. I didn't want to do this, but as they say in prison, if they won't open their mouths, you'll just have to use the shunt. You there, come here. You there, come here. Could you get everyone out here, Pet?
Yes, we planned that for the song after the debate.
Well, can you bring them out now instead?
Yeah, okay.
And while we wait, perhaps you could tell us a story from from Peter's childhood.
Okay. Right. Well, this is a story from a long time ago. Probably even before Petey can remember. You were 4, maybe 5 years old, and you were playing out in the back garden. His dad were on the prowl.
You were always on the prowl.
Yes, but this isn't about him. This is about you. Anyway, you hadn't been out there long when all of a sudden you came rushing in, all covered in blood. And you were holding something in your hands. It were a bird, a pigeon. You said you'd seen it all roughed up by a neighbour's cat, and you were holding it out to me like I was some sort of vet. So we got a shoebox, and you made a bed for it out of leaves and grass from garden.
Why don't I remember this?
And you refused to go to school. You just spent the days tending your bird, feeding it with your fingers, talking to it. You even sang to it once, if I remember rightly. In spite of all you did, on the 4th morning you woke up and bird were dead. You were inconsolable, Pet. No matter what I did, you would not stop crying for weeks. Something about it weren't sitting right. You were feeling guilty, but it weren't your fault. Eventually, you cracked and told me the truth. There weren't no cat. You'd been angry with your dad and you'd kicked your football, meaning to smash a window, and you'd hit the bird. It weren't your fault, but well...
Oh, God, I remember. There were feathers everywhere.
So we held a little ceremony and we buried it in the back garden. And you gave a little speech. You said you would never hurt anything ever again. You would always help. You said that were a Peter Clement promise. First time you'd used that phrase. And you meant it, Pet, became your life. Never hurt, always help. But I'm looking at these people here, these bits of your life, people you've hurt. There's the ex-girlfriend you cheated on, the colleague you bullied, and your new friend here, the one who says you're only good before 8 o'clock. And as for the rest of them, your drinking pals, 2 of them are passed out backstage, and the last one stormed off to a wine bar.
What's your point, Ma?
Chelsea, Pet. How did you feel when you found our Petey in bed with Victoria?
Oh, God, that were years ago.
Come on, tell her the story. Tell her the story.
Well, I spent the afternoon with Jan Sandwood, you know, Victoria's sister, and I bought Petey here a present. So I went to look for him in his secret hiding place under the stage. Only when I got there, like it did, giggling, and bottles clinking. Don't know why I kept on walking. I knew what were going on. I guess I just had to see it for myself, you know, with my own eyes. Pair of you were half naked, wrapped up in your tatty, bloody sleeping bag. God knows how much you'd had. At one point, your head just lolled backwards, and it were like you were seeing beyond me. You were that far gone, it were like I were sodding invisible.
I didn't mean for it to happen, Chelsea. It was just one of those things.
Yeah, like when Jimmy lost part of his foot.
Oh, come on, Jim. That was just
Petey, you are a treasure, Pet, but when you drink, you hurt people. And the more they love you, sorry, love, but the more they love you, the deeper you hurt them.
You're going to be Prime Minister, Pet, but if you don't stop, if you don't change, you'll forget things. You'll miss things. This lovely lady here, tell us about Huntledon, please. Tell us about Huntledon, please.
Well, you saw it on the news, I'm sure.
Tell us how it was for you. Tell us how
it was. Well, as you all saw, Peter was slurring slightly, and the invective was, shall we say, flowing freely. And Peter called an audience member a. Well, you all know what word he used.
Ah, we do that. It was couldn't, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And that's not really what politicians are supposed to do.
Didn't hurt us in the polls, though.
No. That's the amazing thing. Nothing Peter does seems to hurt us in the polling. But I was watching a young activist in the crowd. I like to watch the crowd at these things, get some instant feedback. And she was looking up at Peter on the stage when you were talking, well, ranting by this point. And when you said that word, a light went off in her eyes. I saw it happen. And she looked at the floor, and then she turned and pushed her way through the crowds. And that young woman will never vote for us. And it's not because of what Peter was saying, that the point he was making was really good. It was just the words the drink chose to use. That's what scared me.
What are you most afraid of, Pet? What are you most afraid of?
I'm scared of two things. I'm scared that... Sorry, Peter. But I'm scared that you'll drink yourself to death. And I'm scared that it will cost us the election. And as a result, millions of people we could have helped.
You only hurt people when you drink, Petey. But after the election, when you're running the country, how many more people will get hurt because you took your eye off the ball and onto a bottle?
I don't know. What's to say, Mum?
Who here thinks things would be better if our Petey gave up the booze? Of course.
Sorry, mate,
Yes.
but she's right.
I mean, well, obviously, I think Peter is a suitable
Not
candidate.
now, Pet, just answer.
Sorry. Then, yes.
Do you understand, Petey? Do you understand?
Yes, Mum. Yes, Mum. Sorry, Charles. Sorry, Charles. Jim. Sorry, Julie. Everyone.
Don't be sorry, Petey. Be better. Say you'll change. Look your old man in the eyes and promise me.
I want to. But I don't know how.
You can't do it alone. It's impossible. But you're not alone, are you?
No, Mom.
Good.
No, Mom.
Come and give your mother a hug. Come and give your mother a hug. When you're feeling sleepy, but you just keep crying out, Ma's got just the job. When it's overwhelming and there's nobody about, Ma's got just the job. Troubles come like sunsets every single day. Brave men stand